In this tutorial, we will see three keywords: break, continue, and pass. Let's see what these three keywords do and how this can be used in code. Break. Suppose whenever we are using any loop and we want to terminate that loop and we have to come out of that loop, at that time we can use break statement. Let's see. The break is a keyword in a Python which is used to bring the program control out of the loop. Like we are iterating in a loop and we want to terminate that loop and we have to come out of that loop. This is executing, and whenever a break statement is executed, it will come out of the loop and it will execute whatever the code written here. Break is used to abort the current execution of the program and the control goes to the next line after the loop. This is how the break functionality. It will break the loop and it will and the execution will resume after the loop condition. Continue. Like how continue will work is the continue statement in Python is used to bring the program control to the beginning of the loop. Break statement will terminate the loop and it will close the execution for that loop. But the continue statement, what this will do is it will bring the execution again back to the beginning of loop. Example, uh, some code, continue, and here is some code. Whenever a continue statement is executed, whatever the code after this continue will not be executed. Again, the code will be executed from here. If you see here, mainly used for condition inside the loop so that we can skip some specific code for a particular condition. The continue statement in Python is used to bring the program control to the beginning of the loop. If you see here, whenever this is executed, it will again going back to the beginning of the loop. When you have a particular scenario like this, at that time you can use continue. Pass. It is like nothing to execute. Pass keyword is used to execute nothing. It means whenever we don't want to execute code, the pass can be used to execute empty, like nothing to execute. It is same as name refers to. Like whenever we want to pass control without executing any code. Suppose we have a loop and we don't want to execute right now. Suppose we have a loop like this. Currently, we don't know the logic what we have to write here. At that time, we can simply use pass. Later, after 2 days, we have got an idea how this loop to supposed to work. At that time, we can remove this pass and we can code whatever we want based upon our logic. At that time, this pass will be used. Like initially, we don't know the logic of the code, but maybe in future we need that logic within our code. At that time, we can use pass. Let's see each with an example in the code. Suppose we have a for loop. Here we are with the help of range we are iterating from 0 to 9 and we want to print only odd numbers here. If I want to double equal to 0. We want to continue. Else print I. Here what we are doing is initially I is assigned 0 is assigned to I. 0 mod 2, which is 0 only. Let's see. 0 mod 2, which is 0. Since it is 0, the execution of the loop will be again sent back to beginning. So for I again, since 0 is already initialized to I, now 1 will be assigned to I. Now the value of I is 1, 1 mod 2, which is 1. This condition will not evaluate to true since 1 mod 2 double equal to 1. Continue will not happen. It will come after the if block and it will print 1. Again it will go to there since it need to be executed from 0 to 9 10 times. Now the value 3 is assigned to I. 3 mod 2 double equal to 0, which is false. 3 mod 2 remainder is 1. Since it is not equal to 0, it will not go inside the continue loop and it will print 3. Now 4 is assigned. 4 mod 2 double equal to 0. It will go inside the loop if block, and since continue is written, it will not execute the line after it and it will go to the beginning of the loop. Now let's see a break statement with the same example. Here now what we want expecting is if it is even number, we want to print. If it is if any odd number occurred, we have to terminate the loop. Let's see from 1. If you see here, it has print only 1 because since the initially the value of I is 1, 1 mod 2 double equal to 0, which is false. 1 mod 2 is a 1, which is not equal to 0. It will not go inside the if block. It will exit whatever written after the if block, print of I, which is 1. It will print 1. And again it will go to the for loop. Now for I, 2 is assigned. 2 mod 2. 2 divided by 2, which is 0. It will go inside the if block and break is executed. Whenever the break is executed, it will terminate the loop and it will execute whatever we write after the loop. If you see here, after 1 loop ended, this one is executed. So this is how break will work. Now let's see pass. Let's see same example. Suppose in the beginning we want to write a program for printing even numbers. We don't know the logic. At that time we can simply declare like this, pass. It will not do anything. The code will execute but it will not throw any error. Suppose if we haven't written pass here, it will throw error because it is going inside the loop but nothing is executed. So in order to avoid these errors, we simply use pass statement. And like after 2 to 3 days, we have learned programming language and we have learned the logic how to find even numbers between 1 to 10. So at that time, what we can do is we can remove this pass and we can write our logic here. If I mod 2 double equal to 0, print I. So if you see, it is printing the even numbers between 1 to 10, 2, 4, 6, 8. So this is how we can use pass. That's all for today's lecture. Thank you. We will meet in another lecture.